Hey Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Somebody messed up my reading, so I gotta start over. This is for the month of July 2019 for your love life. And the advice for you is to remain positive, Cancers. So, the angels are asking you to keep an optimistic attitude. There is a very positive momentum beginning to build toward the creation of your desires. You're speeding your dreams along by maintaining a cheerful and confident demeanor. It may seem as though your plans are taking a long time to manifest, but very soon you will see a change. Don't allow yourselves to lose hope when your dreams are so close to coming true. All right? So, in your present moment, Cancers, you have faith in, what you desire in a relationship. And, what you desire is something more traditional. Like, if you're dating someone, you're dating to marry. If you are in a relationship and you already focus on marriage, you want to get married in the church. And you could be also someone who is strong-willed and dependable, and you're more spiritual than you are focused on your physical self right now. All that energy you have, you feel like a force instead of, a person, and really you see yourself as someone who's faithful, and, you already know how to get what you want as long as you connect with God and connect with your higher self. And that's the route you're taking right now. So your challenge, right now, you have to grow on your own right now. Understand that basically, like, you already have the vision you want. You already have the courage in you to do all that. It's just that, if you continue to want someone and need someone to feel strong, to feel, okay, all you're going to do is make your own self, drained, and, have a negative mind when that person is away from you. So now it's time for you to grow in life and make sacrifices to reach your goals in love. And you see how these two people are together, and they both, with someone, a spiritual teacher, and they're learning new things and stuff. So these people together, they're always together and stuff. They always learn together. But your challenge this month is to learn on your own how to grow. Because how, like, females, even males, they always get clingy and stuff like that when their partner is doing important things and they're away and stuff, at work or out of town and stuff. It's best for you to learn how to grow and expand your individual self. So that way, while your person is growing and expanding, you'll be able to come back together and be happy, and you will not need that person to have to, drain your partner just so you can feel strong, because that's what's going to happen if you don't grow on your own. So this is something challenging for you, but you have to. And you have to get your money right. You have to become stable within yourself. So in your distant past, you feel like you have full control of yourself, control of your emotions, control of your love life. If you want it, you can get it type of vibe, and you feel like you had mojo, and like you was that B. So, like, I'm not saying like you a player or something like that, but all I'm saying is, you felt more of yourself in your distant past, and this card represents you. So in your past, you honestly feel like you were taking responsibility, being accountable for your actions, and, going full force, and, using your will to get things done within your relationship. And so that's why you probably need to learn how to be that way again. And that's your challenge, because look, this card represents you, and you was more of yourself in your past, your individual self. It's only one person in that chariot. So, you can take control of the situation, take control of your life, take control of yourself, so you can take control and understand your love life. All right. So, recently, you met someone, they could be Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. They optimistic. They have a lot of charisma. They're young at the heart. You know, they go after what they want, and even if they don't have the mindset of, you know, a mature person, they still have this drive about them. And it doesn't have to be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. It can be a air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It can be a earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. And you know, this person can be hot and cold, and you know, feel like, or you can feel like sometimes in the past it was like you felt like your relationship was like quicksand, like you don't know what's going to have no control over, but you know you still gonna be, you know, positive about it, you know. And I see that your ancestors, they was guiding you, your spiritual guides and your angels, they were guiding you along the way, even if things felt tough. You know, they were giving you all the good news, they were showing you the signs. And you know, basically you had mountains of stability. You know, you had this type of courage, you know, that was so big that you was on top of everything that was, you know, falling down, you know. So even when things were falling down in your past, you were still standing on top, you know, and you didn't let that stop you from keep on being positive about things, you know. And also, recently you met someone that's very attractive. You know, they are younger than you. And if they're not younger than you, they just got this kid like mind, and they dress nice. It could be a boy or girl, but they dress very nice, you know. They always getting noticed. And they live kind of like on the extravagant side, you know. They're more into like, you know, looking good and luxury type of things, like wearing stuff like jewelry and stuff, you know, not just jewelry, but it could be like nice scarves or nice hats, or you know, nice shirts that got designer on there or something. I don't know why I just went all in detail about this. I don't know why I did that, but yeah. So the best outcome for you guys, for you Cancers, is for you to get back in touch with your emotional self. You know, reach out and touch someone. Reach out and express